Red Nation, are we here? The best show for Chicago sports. Oh my God!
Yeah. It's another week. And we got a ton of content to get to. Let's break it down. What's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another daily show. Welcome into TWCB Sports Talk Live, the Windy City Breeze Daily Sports Talk Show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing us love as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. We don't want y'all to miss a thing, so make sure that y'all hit that bell. On the docket today, will the Chicago Bulls finish outside of the play-in tournament? Who's this Jersey Jerry dude? And why he got beef with my quarterback? What's up with that? We also want to break down, has March Madness lost its hold on the sports world? Could we be talking about March Madness losing a little grip here? And also talking about what we're looking forward to most in this NFL season. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily. We don't want y'all to miss things, so make sure that you hit that bell. How y'all feeling today? Man? I'm up and at 'em, man. Yeah, I'm saying? I'm up and at 'em with it. I'm trying to start a new leaf, man. I'm trying to start a whole new leaf. I'm trying to start a whole new vibe when it comes to working out. I'm trying to start a whole new vibe when it comes to getting myself in shape, getting healthy. I'm built like a stepdad out here, man. It's not good, man. And not like Mark Wahlberg in Daddy's Home 2. I'm built like a stepdad that like came in and you like, how the heck did I end up with that? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not good. We got a lot to get into today, man. But I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get myself right. I'm trying to get the body right, trying to get the mind right, because here's the thing that I've noticed. When you're getting your mind and body right, all of a sudden, all of your work falls in line in the perfect way. All of a sudden, everything you're doing, oh man, now I'm ready. And up at 6 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Got up at 6 this morning, still getting some rest. Out the door about 6:30, went on a little run. Yeah, I'm saying, went on a little run, took the dogs with me. Dogs were also out of shape apparently because Lulu was she was not trying to run with us. And we just, you know what I'm saying, like just getting them going, man. Just getting them going. Hey, Calvin, you know what it is, man. Them Built Bars be hooking us up, man. I got to get them as a sponsor on this show. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can get that crossover going. We'll make it work. But nah, man, just trying to get myself right, trying to make sure that the mind's right, the body's right, the spirit is right. Hey, maybe it'll translate to the Bulls getting right. Because unfortunately, we're here, right? Remember at the All-Star break? Remember at the trade deadline? It was unfathomable to ask the question, will the Bulls be in the play-in game? It was unthinkable to ask the question, will the Chicago Bulls be a play-in team? There was no way in my mind that I was looking at it and saying, oh yeah, the Bulls playing for sure. Come on, bro. Now we've got to ask the question. With 2 games of your next 3 that are really tough. And with all of your next games being against playoff teams, your final 4 games being against playoff teams, also having 3 games in 4 nights? Will the Chicago Bulls avoid the play-in tournament? The Bulls only need to win 1 game or while the Cavs lose 1 game to avoid the play-in altogether. But you also have Boston and Milwaukee as your next 2 games. So you have to figure out how to get these next 2 games done. And I'll be honest with you, right? Minus 1 game versus Milwaukee. You've played both of these teams really, really well. You've beaten Boston once, you haven't beaten Milwaukee yet. But you at a minimum have played both of these teams really, really well. And so you got to think that the Bulls at least got a shot here, right? You got to think that the Bulls at least, especially with their home record being what it is, even what we saw against Miami, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm not as upset. Like y'all heard me in the post-game show. We had the whole Kobe White thing. I'm going to talk about that in a second too. But I'm not as upset about what we saw in Miami because what we saw in Miami to me, and I said this over on Locked On Bulls, make sure you guys check that out today as well. What we saw in Miami was more of a product of what? This Bulls team isn't on the same level as Miami. Okay, we knew that. We hoped different, but we knew that, hey, they're playoff tested. They've been to the finals. This is pretty much the same team that went to the finals. We knew that we weren't on the same level as a Miami. You felt like they would have a little more pride, a little more fight, a little more want to, a little more willpower. Didn't work out that way, right? But at a minimum, in that game, I saw the Chicago Bulls go to the hot hand. At a minimum, in that game, I saw the Chicago Bulls get it down to Vooch. At a minimum, I saw the Chicago Bulls get the ball into open shooters' hands. If you knock down any of the shots that you struggled to make, it's a completely different ball game. Maybe we're talking about that game finishing different. But at a minimum, I saw my team doing those things. And I'm not going to change my tune just because we lost that game. I'm not going to change my tune just because we lost that game. I asked you to keep getting the ball to Vooch. I asked you to find a way to move the ball around. I asked you to get the ball to the hot hand. You did that, and you weren't good enough. I can live with that. I can live with there's more to build on this team. You know why? Because this is year 2 of AK, and we're in the playoffs again. And guess what? Going into these next 2 games versus Boston versus Milwaukee, we got Milwaukee Tuesday, Boston Wednesday. Going into these next 2 games versus Boston and Milwaukee, guess what's the best chance for the Chicago Bulls to win the game? Get the ball into Vooch. Allow him to set up your ball movement. Go to the hot hand. If we're being honest about that Miami game, Miami knocked down some shots that even Miami was impressed by. If we're being honest about that Miami game, if you get beat doing what you do well, I can live with that. If you get beat doing what you do well, I can live with that. Because it tells me that the team needs to be built on, not that you're just shooting yourselves in the foot. Bulls didn't turn the ball over a lot. Bulls won the offensive rebounding battle. The rebounding battle was within 2 rebounds. even in a loss like that, I can see that there are things that the Bulls continued to build on that got us the win versus the Clippers, got us the win versus Washington, and now you try to do that against Miami. Guess what? Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes the other team beats you. But going into these next two games, I'm not going to say I want to see the Bulls do something different than they did in Miami. I want them closing out on shots the way they were, aggressively. I want them fighting over screens the way they were. I want them doing the same things that they did in wins in losses. Because if you're able to continue that and build a rhythm, guess what? You'll hopefully end up winning more than you lose. But what doesn't work? What do we know that doesn't work when you're talking about these next two games? ISO ball through 4 quarters. That don't work. Not getting the ball to your open shooters. That don't work. So if the Bulls are to avoid the play-in game, play it just like you played it. If you get beat, you get beat. But play it just like you played it. Maybe rotate a little better in the second and third quarter. But let's be real. The Bulls got outscored and didn't put up a fight because they couldn't hit open shots. How many times did we see Vooch kick it to somebody that was wide open and they pinged that mug off the backboard? I'll assume with Javonte Green, Kobe White. If you're not going to make shots, we don't got a shot anyway. If you're not going to make shots, you don't got a shot anyway. So you might as well do what you're doing best. And listen, keep going. It's how the team's built at this point. It's how the team's built at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing that I saw in that Miami game that I'm like, wow, they didn't want this. They didn't fight. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing for me. I want to see my team fight. They fought on defense in that Miami game. You know what happened? Miami knocked down some tough shots. Miami's the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference for a reason. Miami's a really freaking good basketball team. But if the Chicago Bulls have any shot at finishing outside of the play-in, especially heading to these next 2 games, man, you got Milwaukee next. Milwaukee has, you saw the difference in our game versus them with Brook Lopez out there. Having that other big guy, having that other threat, that guy that can also jack that thing up there. You saw the difference. You saw what it meant to them. If you're going to win these games, you have to find a way to combat what they do best. And I'm going to be real with you. Here's the problem, right? In the last game versus Miami, you got some contribution on the offensive end from P. Will. If you're going to play him for real, excuse me, don't expect contribution from him because he's going to be guarding Giannis. If you're going to play him for real, don't expect that contribution from him because he's going to be guarding Giannis. He's going to be the one doing everything he can to guard Giannis. So now where's that offensive contribution come from? DeMar DeRozan, you can't have a bad game like you had. I'm sorry. Zach LaVine played all right. Here we go. Kobe White, you got to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can look at Vooch's numbers and see that, like, yeah, okay, offensively, Vooch wasn't dominant like he has been the last couple of games. But I also looked at the game, and I can tell you right now, Vooch was kicking that mug out the open shooters because Miami absolutely made the decision, hey, let him shoot. Let him shoot. I want to see him make it. And guess what? They let us shoot. And guess what we did? We didn't make it. We didn't knock that mug down. So if the Bulls have any chance of making a play, somebody's got to step up offensively besides Zach LaVine. There's too many passes that open up good looks that guys aren't knocking down. Wide open shots. There's too many passes that open up good looks that guys aren't knocking down. I mean, it's phenomenal at this point of the season. It's impressive at this point of the season. Like, I literally was sitting there, I was like, fam, they're really just cramming everybody in the paint to slow down DeMar and slow down Vooch scoring down low, and they're giving us three-point shots. And we can't knock down one of them. Bulls in that game went 9 for 34 from the three-point line. I would say probably 25 of those were uncontested. And yes, I understand the Kobe White guys are going to come in here and say, you can't put this game on Kobe. You can't do that. You can't do. Hey, listen, yes, I can. You want to know why? Because outside of Kobe White, who's the next best offensive player off of the bench? Who? Matt Thomas? Caruso's hurt. He's playing hurt. We already know that. Who's the next best offensive player off of the bench after Kobe White? Ayo Dosunmu's shooting 26% from the three-point line, so it can't be him. I love Ayo. I think Ayo's going to be pretty good in this league, but it can't be him. There's a lot on Kobe White's shoulders here. Guess what? You were the 7th pick in the draft. It's year 3, year 4. There's supposed to be a lot on your shoulders. There's supposed to be a lot on your shoulders. And I will say this, right? I will say this. We got to have this moment here because, of course, I know many of y'all saw the video of me. If you were in the post-game show, y'all saw it live of me reacting Kobe White's talking about his college team, right? Me reacting to Kobe White's press conference. If you haven't seen it, I'll actually share it here. Okay, you're going to start a whole new thing? What are we talking about? Random as heck. Dog, Restream be weird sometimes, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. So if you haven't seen it, here is me reacting to Kobe White watching UNC go to the final or the finals, the whatever it is, national championship during his post game. Hold up, is the Twitter tab muted? Yes, it is. All right, here we go. Bow, bang.
Playoffs.
We want.
This deep in, like on the verge of going to the playoffs.
We want. We want. Clap it up.
I know I didn't just see that.
Yo.
I know I listened on the night that he shot 0 for 9. Talking about his college game. I know I didn't listen to that live. With a smile on his face.
Bro.
I know for a fact I didn't see that.
Wait, time out though. Doc, it was the North Carolina won? Clap it up.
Clap what up? Clap up the fact that you was 0 for 9 and you absolutely just attributed to your team taking one of the biggest L's of the year at one of the most crucial moments. Clap it up for that. So that was me. We can all agree that I was a little upset there, right? We can all agree that I was a little on edge on that one. I will say this as we welcome in the man, the myth, the legend, Stefan Adon into the building.
What's happening?
Good. Can't hear a word you're saying, Steph.
No.
Oh, I hear you now. There you go.
Okay, cool.
I will say this, right? I asked on the tweet, and the Breeze asked,
What's
was
good,
I
bro?
overreacting to Kobe White's press conference? I will say this. It is an overreaction to what happened. It is an overreaction to him watching his college game. That was me playing old man right there, right? Y'all saw that. That was me playing crotchety old man in that situation. I didn't want to see him do that in his post-game press conference. I felt like that was unprofessional. I felt like that wasn't a moment for it. I'll admit to overreacting to that moment. What I won't say is it's not an overreaction based on what we saw in the game that night. And this is the reason why. You shot 0 for 9, knowing that a big chunk of your team's failures are on your shoulder, whether it's on Zach LaVine, whether it's on DeMar DeRozan. Listen, if you make half of those, you're in a completely different game because Miami can't just say, hey, leave that guy wide open. We're not going to defend him. He doesn't matter. So I'm not going to say that I'm overreacting to the reason for it. I think that the reason for it still stands. Listen, you were 0 for 9 and you seemed like you weren't worried about it.
What's good? Hey.
But I will say, maybe a little bit of an overreaction in that moment. Y'all know how the weekend streams go. We sipping a little bit. It's in the heat of the moment. It's right after the game. I'm pissed off that we just lost the game. And then I hear you, we won. Clap it up. Clap it up. I feel like it's the wrong moment for it. But listen, who am I to tell this kid not to be happy that his college team is going to the national championship? Shout out to him. Okay, let's do it. Not the right time and place for it. But yeah, a little overreaction on my part. I'll admit that. I bet you don't hear nobody on ESPN and none of them stations do that. I'll admit when I'm wrong on this much. I ain't got no problems with that. But hey, man, you 0 for 9. You might want to get that together. You 0 for 9. You might want to get that together, dog.
Nah, I just think like you said, he went 0 for 9. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we like really overreacted. I mean, if you look at the stakes of the situation and like you said, like, cool, his college team won. Bro, they're asking you questions about you being in the middle of a slump.
Yeah.
That you've been in for 2 months. Like, you have not had a good shooting month in 2 months, dog. Like, and I think somebody said, I think it was Marv. Couple months before that, 17 points a game. Month after that, 9. Month after that, 9. Like, I don't think you understand this. I don't think you understand the severity of the situation just yet. I mean, because like up until that point, the Bulls are 6.
Yeah.
I mean, now look, last night I should have said it. I mean, I did. Nah, up until last night, you know what I'm saying? You know, you welcome, by the way. You know, he take care of the Raptors, you know, no nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you welcome.
Yeah.
But
Keep doing what you're doing.
you know what I'm saying? But up until that point, you know, they sitting there, you know, you won game. If you keep losing, you may be in the play-in. And I don't really think Muggs understand the severity of the situation because you saw Zach tonight. I mean, that night he said when they interviewed him, yeah, Kobe's just missing shots. You've been missing shots for 2 months. Like, where's the my thing is, where's that team that remember that game where DeMar, I think it was, that they won the game, but DeMar missed like 8 free throws.
Yeah.
His family was there, everybody was like, oh, he going out after. DeMar was like, nah, I'm staying in New Jersey. Y'all do what y'all do.
This is what
I'm finna put
Kobe
this work
did
in.
that.
Where's that?
Kobe did that. He did that when he after the Clippers game when he had a bad shoot night. He stayed after. He put up, like they said, 200 something 3-pointers, trying to get his shot going. You know what I'm saying? Like, but listen, all you can do is put the work in, but what's it showing? What's the proof from the work? Where's the fruitage of the work? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that's something I shouldn't be asking for. That's something that Bulls fans shouldn't be asking for. Like, to me, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you shoot? If you're not making shots, you're not being productive on the floor. And especially like a night like that, like there's other nights where Kobe White gets involved a ton on the other stuff. There's been nights in this slump where Kobe has been a big part of the rebounding, where Kobe has been a big part of the defense. In this game, a big part of getting assists, right? In this game, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. You getting active. You getting active.
So we gotta put that on that soundboard. Also, you just out here getting active.
You just out here getting active, bro.
Hey, but dog, it's like, man.
And it sucks, but even like I said, I can live with losing to Miami, doing the things that we do well, if we're just not a better team. And Bulls fans, we have to admit we're just not a better team. You know what I'm saying? Like I can admit losing. I can live with losing to a better team. It may suck, but I can live with losing to a better team if we're doing the things that we do well and we still lose the game.
So we're better than you?
Yeah, for sure. It's not even close. It's
okay. I
don't argue. It's 4-0 in the series, and there's 5 places between us. Like it's nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing to argue there. So like, but I can live with that. What I can't live with is what we saw in the Sacramento game. What I can't live with is what we saw in the Utah game. What I can't live with is what we saw in the Phoenix game. Where because they're beating us, we're not even doing the things that we do well. What I can't live with is if we're in a game where we feel like we should be beating this team, and so we're just going to jack up shots because we can beat them. That I can't live with. And the biggest that's the biggest thing for me. For me, that's the biggest thing that the Bulls can do to make this team a difference maker. And to avoid the play-in game, to avoid honestly to kind of keep this matchup you have, which if they're healthy, if they're good to go, I think the Bulls could surprise some people in the first round with it. But to keep this matchup you have versus Philly, Yeah, give me doing what we do well if somebody's able to knock down open shots. Y'all got to be able to knock down open shots. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It doesn't matter if we got everybody scoring or if Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and all them are on, if other guys aren't going to knock down open shots. Because when Vooch gets that ball down low and Embiid closes out and they collapse on the paint and you kick it out to the three-point line, like everybody's been doing, if they're not going to knock down the shot, you're not going to be at a good point in this season.
Nah, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm with Hayes. Like, the Bulls need Kobe scoring off the bench. So it's just like, if you're not, and I keep going back to this, bro. Like that Miami game, like 53-17, dog. Like, I mean that tell you all you need to know. Like, dog, Io's not a scorer, bro. Caruso's not a scorer, bro. You are the shooter on the team, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, like, look, when you hooping, we gonna give you your credit, but when you're not. Absolutely, we gonna flame you. Like, it was a point in time where we were saying like, Derek, he's absolutely kind of elevated his game.
Yeah.
With him, Zach coming back, DeMar coming back, and all of that. But like, this is absolutely horrendous, and like the fact that Muggs feel like it, like it's not the fact that North Carolina won. It's the fact that I think that people are starting to realize maybe he's not understanding the severity of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's just the whole issue.
He's probably not, which clearly we see. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also gonna I can admit that, hey, look, did I overreact in that moment to him being excited about his team going to the national championship? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. What I didn't overreact to is the fact that you're playing horribly, and even if you are putting in the work, whether it's for show or not, it ain't showing. So
yeah, and I was gonna say,
the only way the Bulls finish outside of the play-in, dog, is if you find a way to get consistent offense off of this bench.
No, absolutely. And Dontavius, I mean, like let's be honest, because I'm really not trying to kill him. I'm not trying to kill Kobe. But bro, he's 22.
That's still immature.
Like he's still out there doing his thing. So but
I get it. I get it. Like I get.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit up here and kill. I'm not gonna kill him for it. But I mean, this is kind of a severe situation because.
But you know how you? Hey, listen. You know how you make it all go away?
You got a ball. You got a hoop.
Knock down shots versus the Bucks. Shut everybody up.
You got a hoop.
Knock down shots like this season heading into the playoffs. Shut everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all you got to do. Prove us wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I can say that it's one thing to say that like, okay, he's not hooping on the court. I'm not going to sit up here and say that he's not immature.
He's a third-year pro. I'm not buying that BS. Why do we think because Muzz a professional that they are professional? He good at basketball. That don't mean he's that don't mean he's mature. Hey, look, and he's not really that good at basketball right now. Like, what is that? Like that? Just because Muggs make it to the NBA, all of a sudden they grown men. That I know Muggs that's almost 30 years old. That ain't grown men. You know what I'm saying? Like. That don't mean nothing.
Said why give Green Iowa 1 minute.
Want him to be that way.
This the thing. It's cool, but we've already said, bro. Io's hit a wall. Io's minutes is maxed out.
Yeah. Now I think
Io.
Here's the thing.
You've heard kids say it on the show multiple times. Io's minutes. We wasn't expecting him to play these minutes. He's over exceeded what everybody thought he was going to do.
Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. This season, there's no one else you can get these minutes to.
Yeah, nobody else.
You're not giving these minutes to Io. Not giving these minutes to Javonte. You're not. You know why? Because none of them can score. You're literally giving Kobe these minutes based on the chance that he might be able to go on. You're giving Kobe these minutes that based on the chance that he might be able to snap off and get. But like you're not giving him these minutes because you feel like he's been consistent there. And if there was somebody else that you could give these minutes to that you trust offensively, guess what? You'd put him out there. But when your next best option is Matt Thomas off of the bench, that ain't good. This team wasn't built for the offensive side of the ball.
And listen, I keep trying to tell y'all keep saying Kobe was a scrub, Kobe was a scrub. That's true. But the people that you asking to put in are the scrubs of the scrubs.
Yeah, for real. that's the thing. It's like we're gonna give those minutes to Javante. Okay, for what?
Like
for what? Like I'm with
John
Javante playing. Like I like Javante playing, but what are we giving them? Like you needed offense in this game. You needed somebody that can knock down shots. You had 2 quarters where Miami scored 30 plus, and you scored 20s.
Bro, but the thing is, I'm not lying. Y'all been asking to do that for like months now, and even when they had Matt Thomas, we was like, okay, so
hey, guess what? Matt Thomas just knocks down shots if he's confident and if he's making them. Guess what? If he's off, he sucks too. Same as Kobe White.
And then you talking about putting a bad defender in there with an even worse defender.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, like here's the thing. If they have any chance of getting out of the play-in, Kobe's got to be better. You know what I'm saying? Kobe's got to be better. That's the end of it. And guess what? You wanna prove me wrong? Prove me wrong by knocking down shots. That's all you got to do. You prove me wrong by knocking down shots. And that's all it is to it, man. Like
that's a
unfortunately,
fact.
There's a big load on Kobe's shoulders. And guess why? Because AK expected you to take a step.
Absolutely.
That you haven't been able to take. So now we go into next season, probably trying to see what else we can do. Maybe you're on the team, maybe you're not. Maybe you're moved, maybe you're not. But I'll tell you this right now, you're definitely moving down on the bench. You're definitely moving down on the score on the minutes list. You have your spot right now because there's no one else on the team that can do that. And that's the bottom line. So like for the Bulls to find their way to finish outside of the play-in, listen, going up against Milwaukee and going up against Boston, you got to have those games. Kobe had nice games versus those teams. You got to have those games. Where are those games? So it's going to be seen, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us early, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Make sure that you guys are tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. We've qualified 2 people for the Ayo Dosunmu jersey. Who we had? We had Maul and Shea, right? We had Maul and Shea. Qualifiers, man. Marv had a chance at it, but that jersey question or the first jersey retirement got him a little bit. He was he was upset about that one, but that's all right, Marv. Call back in like you always do, man. You'll get another shot at it. But yeah, we're gonna be giving away that Ayo Dosunmu jersey. When we hit 13,000 subscribers, we will qualify 2 more people. When we hit 12,600 subscribers, we're almost there, man. So make sure that you guys rock. Where we at right now? Where we at? Let me give an update on the subs right now. We are at 12,576. So if you haven't subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to get this mug cracking sooner than later, share up the videos, man. Share up all the content that we got. Share it to your friends. Be like, subscribe to this page, man. Show them some love. They do big things. Also follow us on Twitter at Pat the Designer and at Stefan the Don, and replace that E with a 3. And follow the Windy City Breeze on Twitter at the WC Breeze. Let's switch gears here a little bit.
What's up?
Because I had to have multiple people tweet me this video before I actually like cared enough to pay attention. And apparently that was this morning. What is a jersey, Jerry?
You talking about Buddy?
Yes. I love that that's a Chicago response, by the way. Oh, you talking about Buddy?
Oh yeah, nah. See, man, look, I mean, it's like I said when I commented on the video. When this man wanted to sit up here talking about you want to talk about a rum bum scum bum, man. Look, if you don't get your man, look, I wanted the picture, but I didn't want a picture. But when he took the picture,
But I
I
got
still
the
put it in
picture
my
and I'm
camera
post the
roll.
picture.
I still put it in my camera roll to say that I took a picture with Justin Fields. Man, if you don't,
so
like,
this is I guess this is Jersey Jerry and what his experience with Justin Fields was.
Jersey Jerry here just left the GT Sports Marketing event. You want to talk about a crumb bum scum bum? Punk. You're talking about the Chicago Bears quarterback. I won't even say his name because he's that irrelevant to me. That name means nothing. Disrespectful, not humble at all. Asked him for a picture. I got to roll the eyes and sure, I guess. Bottom of the barrel type of guy. For all you Bears fans out there, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. You really, really should to call this guy your quarterback. Just a bad guy all the way around.
All right. Now here's the funny thing, right? He got the picture.
he got the picture in his camera roll, man.
He posted it. Took a picture with Justin Fields. This video has over 2 million views. Basically, Bears Twitter was eating him alive, and he was like upset that the Bears Twitter was eating him alive. So he was like, "Hey, man, y'all don't understand like that they were there to take pictures and they were upset and that's why the eye roll was unnecessary." And I'm like, "Hey, bro, like, first off, here's the thing." Because apparently he's a part of Barstool Sports. If you are a member of the media, whatever that means for you, if you are a member of this sports talk world, very stupid move by you to take a personal shot at someone's actual personality based on the fact that maybe he eye rolled you, which I want to know how he did, because I'm pretty sure in the pictures he had shades on, if I'm not mistaken. So let me double check it. Okay, no shades. I thought he had shades on in that mug. But even so, like, you're upset that he didn't take a picture with you, and so you say he's a bad guy. That's a personality shot. That's a personal shot. That's trying to take a personal shot at somebody because they upset you. And here's the thing, right? Whether he is a bad guy or not, who cares? That's the weirdest thing to me. Y'all really care about these people's personality. You know what I care about? Can he throw a football?
Man, it don't even matter
I hope
about
he's
that.
happy. I hope he's living life. I hope everything's going great for him. But I don't know Justin Fields personally.
You know who Buddy sound like to me for real? And y'all, Buddy of The Incredibles. This is incredible. I want to work with you. You're my favorite superhero. Go on, buddy. I work alone.
Bro. Yeah. Wait. Are you saying this is a villain origin story that's gonna start?
Like, bro. For the next 10 years, he got smoked with him off of a pick.
What was Buddy named from Incredibles?
Buddy.
Oh no, yeah. Oh no. What was his villain name?
Yeah, bro. Dog, what was his name?
Buddy Pine Syndrome.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Syndrome.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Jersey J finna become syndrome out here, bro.
That's legitimately all he is.
This is villain origin story.
Bro, for the next 10 years. For the next 10 years, he got smoke with him off of a pick.
Bro. And it's funny, right? Because it's like it's so dumb to me, right? Like, I understand what social media has become and what it makes you feel closer to these players. It makes you feel like you're a part of their lives, but you're not. Whether he's there to take pictures or not, so what? Maybe it's something about you he didn't like. So what? Like, get over yourself, dog. What a weak-minded individual this guy is.
And my name's not Incrediboy either. Like, bro,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you take a personal.
Even if you're a Steelers fan, go take a pic with Mitch.
Is he a Steelers fan?
That's what Buddy said in the comments. It's not too far down. He said he's a Steelers fan. Go take a pic with Mitch. Go take a pic with Mitch, please.
I don't get how we've gotten into a society where
Jay Craig, absolutely. You played yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself. I just don't get how we've gotten into a society where if I don't like you personally based on your beliefs, that means that you're a bad guy.
But that's the thing though. We seeing the same thing with Buddy in the media with Aaron Rodgers. Oh yeah, I got an MVP vote.
Yeah, I don't like you personally, so now you can't be MVP.
So now you can't.
You play,
and that's the whole thing that's driving. Which again, I don't understand why media votes on stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, like, I mean that's a whole different thing to me. Like it's a I don't know, like the media voting on stuff is idiotic anyway, because like you should have guys that vote on the game or that played the game vote on it, because like the media has preconceived notions. And not to say like, hey, listen, I can't have an opinion on something, but for you to just be like, hey, you're not a good guy because I don't like how you dealt with me. Like it shows how indulged in yourself you are, that no one else can be having a bad day. Like maybe Justin was having a bad day. Maybe it's like, and even if he was, who cares? You got your pick, post it, get your clout, whatever you want to do. Hey, Bears quarterback right here, blah, blah, blah. Like, and listen, you got your 10 minutes of fame too, by the way. Yeah, shout out to you. We're at minute 11 of your 10 minutes of fame, and that's about all you're gonna get right here. So I'm flabbergasted by it.
I mean, it's just stupid because Buddy really walked up to him and thought like, oh man, I'm gonna get the red carpet treatment. He's gonna say, hey, what's up, Jerry? Shake my hand. I'm gonna be like, I'm never gonna watch this again. After that, you know what I'm saying? Like, after that, it's totally just gonna be like me and Justin are BFFs, bro. And
yeah, I don't know. People are weird, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's people in this society that are weird, bro. Because like for me, what do you do? What do you produce? What is it that you do well? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of a-hole people in this world that, hey, guess what? They're good at the sport. I could care less. You know who's a jerk? Albert Bell. You know why I like him? Because he hit home runs for the White Sox. I don't care what you did. I don't care who you are as a person.
They said Barry Bonds was bogus.
Barry Bonds, total a-hole. Guess what? Home run king. Could care less. Like, it's so weird, bro. Like, I'm watching the sport to be entertained by the sport. Who's sitting there watching sports just like, I know he just threw that touchdown, but you know what? Not a good guy. What? Why are you watching sports? This is why, like, to me, if you're going to bring your personal opinion on something into it, you shouldn't have a say in how things are coming out. That's where the conversation of, you know, voting on who should be MVP, voting on who should be you know, how all these awards work.
But that's the thing, though. It's like
There's just so much personal bias that comes into it.
I
Because he's not a good. Did
I
he
run
throw
into you.
touchdowns on the field? Did he score baskets on the basketball court? Did he hit home runs? Did he like honestly, how the NBA is going to pick MVP again? We had this conversation all the time. It makes no sense. Statistically, who's doing what versus what level of schedule? That's all you need.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And my thing is, I mean, Crit, you hit it on the head. Like, and me and Pat was talking about this. Even when we had the 100 pod, like, bro, I think it was one of Cardi videos that came out, and we was like,
oh yeah, they said she's not a role model.
She's not a role.
Something like
she ain't
that.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
She ain't supposed to be. These is regular people. They just got extra bread that we don't. They just got extra bread.
I get the part of like being in front of people, but like also if you don't think that person is a good role model, like that don't mean they can't be good at the sport. Like I could care less. Kid,
No,
now
I don't. Look,
part of being
we mad
here. And professional athletes and influencers, etc. I mean that's fine, but I'm not going to change who I am because of how people view me. You know why? Because if I'm good at something, people are still going to come back. If Justin is a bad guy, which I don't think he is, I think many people have had great experiences with him. Heck, wasn't he giving out cash to kids last year, just like randomly, like just handing them $100 bills or something like that?
Yep.
Out of a book bag? Like, wasn't he like he bought like a whole box of candy from some kids and gave them like whatever money he had in his wallet and was like split that up between all it. Like, I don't think Justin's a bad guy by any means, but I also don't care. Can he play football? Guess what? There's a lot of bad guys in the NFL. If we knew the behind the scenes on every player in the league, we would be appalled by most of them. I could care less. Does it make LeBron a little bit more appealing that he's a good guy? Yeah, but you know what? Michael Jordan was an a-hole and won 6 championships. I still like Michael Jordan over LeBron.
Mugs be like,
LeBron? Yeah. But I'm not kicking it with Bron. Like,
and it's like some of these mugs be like super astonished that, you know, they hold certain athletes or people to a certain standard that is just like, once you find out they do something bad, it's just like seeing somebody that said a bad word for the first time, like, oh my God, you actually say that?
Fam.
Yeah,
this is how it kills me. I remember when Derrick Rose got tatted. Like tatted. Like he came back one season.
He had the chest piece on.
He had the chest piece, had the you dig on the shoulder, and everyone that thought he was just this good, young, quiet boy from Chicago. Oh my God, he's such a good boy. I love him. He's just such a big. Came back tatted. They were like, "What happened?" I don't like the tattoos on him. I think it's a little much. I think come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's just I could care. Like, can you play? There's a reason that like I really don't want to meet Michael Jordan one day because I know Michael Jordan's an a-hole. You know what? If I meet him, cool. Let's chop it up. Let's see what's good. Maybe get a pick after that. All right, we done. I don't want to get too deep into it unless you're really rocking with me. If you're rocking with me, maybe a different story. We'll see. But like, if Jordan's gonna be the Jordan that I know he is, like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay just him being the basketball player. I don't need to know Jordan the person. And even if I did, like, it's not gonna change what Jordan did on the court. He's still the greatest player to ever touch a basketball.
Like that's like somebody meeting Ye, and then him saying something outlandish. And then Muggs is like, "Oh, I can't believe he said that." Like, no, bro. Like, this is him. This is well documented.
And
He's
even that, like,
still one of the greatest artists ever.
yeah, even that, like, I'm not gonna stop listening to something I enjoy because I don't like the person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that person. It's not me. Like, there's a lot of athletes that are bad dudes, and I mean, there's a line with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be doing nothing reckless, like illegal. Don't be doing nothing like immoral. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a line, but fam, if you're good at what you do, guess what? I'm gonna be amazed by it.
And my Dark Twisted Fantasy still getting played all the way
To this
through.
day,
Like, come on now. Like
Chris he said, Pat, you know, I'm a Prince fanatic. I was invited to Paisley Park many times while he was alive by guys who worked there. Me knowing that he was a Jag made me say no every time. Just give me the dang music. Yeah, dog, like I don't, even if he is a Jag, like even if you had met him, no, like would it have changed how great Prince was?
no, because Prince was a GOAT. I think Michael is better than him, but
You know what I'm saying? Like, does it change who the person is? Does it change who, like, I'm looking at you, I'm admiring you not for your personality. I'm admiring you for what you do on the court. You know what I'm saying? I'm admiring you for what you do on the field. I could care less who you are. Kid says, good personality gives you so much more in life as Shaq. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, Michael Jordan's still a billionaire. Like, I'm sure people in his personal life like him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think the problem
it's
is
just a weird statement that this whole conversation even came up based on the fact that he didn't like an eye roll at a picture.
we expect Muggs to be on 24/7, and it's just not like it's not possible. Like you can't do that.
Dog, even that, like I mean, that does kind of come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get in that spotlight, when you have that, like there is an expectation for you to be on.
But you allowed to have a bad.
Here's the thing: I'd have been on a whole different thing if he was like, I asked Justin for a picture. Justin was like, man, get your goof out of here, boy. Stop playing with me. Get up out of here, man. And I'm like, oh, okay, like he was a jerk on that. I almost could give you credence on that. But not only did you ask Justin for a picture and you got the picture from Justin, then you want to go on Twitter and try and clown my man. You're a clown.
He's irrelevant, so I'm not going to say his name. But you made a 40-second vid.
You're a clown.
You took time to make a 40. And this is what I be saying, bro.
Hey, listen. And this season, this was the worst season to do it because he said, I'm just going to call him the Bears quarterback, which is hilarious because, like, if you had done it last season, there could have been some question. Was it Foles? Was it Dalton? Was it, you know what I mean? Like, who was it? This season, I know it's Justin. Like, at that point, you're just being a goofy. That's what that's called. So, like, to me, I could, if you're good at the sport, who cares? You know how many people aren't good people? You know what I mean? You know how many people aren't good human beings? They're good at the sport. Like, come on, bro. What does Sean say? He said, sounds like you're saying don't look to celebrities for your morals and character because that's dumb. LOL. Figure that out on your own. Dog, I'm to the point now, I expect nothing from nobody. I have no expectations of anybody. Because when you have expectations, they let you down. When you expect things from people, those people will let you down. When you expect these athletes to be better people, when you expect these athletes to be gods, guess what? They let you down.
Hey, Scotty left Future down. You saw what he did.
Relax.
Man, you're not gonna sell my jersey? Watch this.
Is that facts? I feel like that's some made up stuff. I've never heard if that was true or not.
But the story is still floating, so I can't.
The story is still out there. Scotty hasn't killed the story.
Right, Scotty ain't killed the story. So
Scotty wanted everybody in that book besides Future.
Right.
No, I guess what you know, but it's just listen.
But he never denied the rumors, so I can say that.
Literally, all the people around me, dog. I've gotten to the point now where I have absolutely removed all expectations from them because you don't do things. There's people that do things and they expect people to do things because of it, right? Hey, I'm going to do this for you, and I expect that at some point you're going to do something for me. That's stupid. Because when you get to that point, guess what? They're going to let you down. When they don't do it, now all of a sudden you're sitting there, oh my God, they don't have anybody to do that. I don't have anything to. No, you were supposed to, but no, you wasn't. Do things because you want to do them. Do things because you want to turn it into something bigger. That's the thing. Do things because you want to add value to someone's life. And when y'all go in expecting these athletes to be these better people than y'all think they are and put them on this pedestal that what is the point of them being up there? Because they can shoot a ball. So look at that person as somebody that can shoot a ball or throw a ball. And guess what? If they get to the point where they can't shoot or throw a ball, then you can criticize them for not being able to shoot or throw a ball. I don't know.
It's just weird, bro.
It's weird to me, bro.
It's weird.
People are weird. Hey, man, we gonna keep it pushing though. I just wanted to talk about that because I'm gonna be real. Woke up today, didn't know who he was.
I do got a real quick question though. It's on topic. So this whole weekend, I seen some people on Twitter say that technically this might have been the best sports weekend / sports entertainment weekend we had in a minute because Final Four games was busting. Duke UNC was absolutely that. I'm gonna just tell you right now, if you missed out on WrestleMania, that's on you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. A couple low points, couple matches that was weak. I'm not even a wrestling fan.
Wait, which night did you catch? Did you see both or did you?
I seen Saturday nights. I haven't seen Sundays yet. I got to go back and watch.
Oh, okay. Wait. Which match you was hitting?
Which match was hitting? Who was hitting? Bianca's match was nice. Who else was hitting? Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold could have done nothing. And you said, what'd you say about Stone Cold? You said we was gonna get a solid 7-minute match.
Damn, because I was like 7 to 10 minutes, but I was like, it was better that they did it that way. Because my man just,
bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
one of the weakest centers I've ever seen on Vince McMahon in my life, though. They both are so old.
He didn't, bro. Mr. McMahon cannot sell that trash.
At
all.
Hey, he said,
Hey, I will say though, there's no bigger draw.
Yeah.
Than Stone Cold. Period.
Cody Rhodes' match was hitting too. Seth Rollins was hitting.
Like to have that control over that crowd, there's no bigger draw in sports. But besides Stone Cold, just for him to go out there and do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Who got done? Was it whose buddy that Pat McAfee fought yesterday? I got to go back and rewatch that match too.
Austin Theory.
Hey, he sold the mess out of that stunner.
That was a good sale.
That's a top 3 sale of a stunner I've ever seen in my life.
That was a top 3 sale right
That's
there.
a top 3 sale of a stunner I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a huge wrestling guy, bro, but because I edit Tuesday, Wrestling Tuesday, I have to watch these things because I'm working. It's work now. So like I've started watching more wrestling again.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a top 3 sale of a stunner all time.
That's a top.
That's up there. That's up there with The Rock. Who else sold that mug crazy, bro? Shane used to sell it pretty crazy.
Nah, Vince was cool though.
Vince is 100. Vince, I didn't expect to sell it, but Shane back in the day used to sell.
Yeah. Shane did sell that mug. Shane sold that.
Yeah,
mug.
I'm saying.
But
The Rocks is definitely. Scott Hall sold it really well.
Scott Hall. Scott
Hall sold it really
well.
well. Cornelius, that's how I said, bro. I can't believe that there's adults out here watching wrestling like this, but bro, it's huge.
HBK too, yup. HBK.
So like I end up starting to watch it again, and I'm like, well, let's see if it's at least entertaining. And I will say, like, some of the stuff you put on is awful.
But
awful. But sometimes, man, I mean, sometimes it's still entertaining, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? At this point, it's like watching anime. For me, it's like watching anime. If they doing it right, it's just like I'm watching 3 hours of fighting.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the point where I'm back in on all the promos and all that, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You not back in on the promos?
Not that part don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not because it's like Ed still do a good promo, Roman do a good promo, and then you got the Street Profits that they do a good promo. But what else happened? So KD dropping 50. You had Giannis and Luka yesterday.
Yep.
So like, what does this rank for you in like terms of like sports weekends? And where does this rank for y'all?
Sports weekend.
This was a W weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good weekend. It's a good weekend. I wouldn't rank it. I wouldn't say it's sports ranking all time. Like it's not a top sport. It's not top.
It was a W weekend.
It's not topping the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's not topping like sports weekends. Like
yeah.
It's
I don't know. I just had to throw that out there because I seen that. I don't know. It was an interesting question.
And listen, I enjoyed it. I sat there and watched. Man, we had so much fun this weekend. I ended up, like you said, watching a ton of sports. Yesterday, I ended up hosting a friendship club Wilson event down in Chicago. We were hooping in the sky. They had a basketball court on the 17th floor overlooking the city. It was dope as heck up in there. So for me, it was just a dope weekend overall. But I mean, the sport, okay. Yeah, Cornelius, that's it right there. My Bulls lost and Kobe celebrated a W. My Bulls lost and Kobe celebrated a W. No invite, bro. Hey, it wasn't my event. It wasn't my event. I was literally just live calling all the basketball that was there, man.
I mean, I think it was. I believe so.
Yeah, I was literally just live calling all the basketball that was in there, man. So it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was a dope event. Yeah, man.
You was in there on your N1.
You said what?
I said so you was in there on your N1 there.
You know what? I kind of, because I kept giving everybody nicknames. So I ended up because I didn't listen. There was no roster, there was no numbers, so I didn't know nobody's name. So I just started giving people nicknames, bro. So there was one dude in there, he had blonde hair, that was Slim Shady. There was another dude in there, white dude with a backwards baseball cap, he was the manager. One dude in there was hooping in Chuck Taylors.
Hey, okay.
No, ain't no okay.
Whoa, wait, time out. You said he was what?
He was hooping in Chuck Taylors. Shout out to Tana 4 months in as a Breeze super fan. He was hooping in Chuck Taylors, bro. Called that man the logo. Because the only time you hooping in Chuck Taylors, you got to be Jerry West.
Wait. Was he getting to a bucket though?
He was decent. I'm gonna be honest with you. We trying to do something on our own, trying to do something similar with that. We're gonna have a lot better hoopers in the building if we have one of those.
You gonna suit up yourself?
I'll be real with you, right? I'll be real with you. If we had prepared for it, honestly, probably if we just went out there, me, P Kid, and Jalen could have won every game.
I believe it.
Like just walking on the floor. Not even preparing for it.
You play good defense. I haven't seen Kid hoop, but yeah, I'll take you on the court. You play good defense and you hustle.
No, like legitimately, Kid would have won MVP. Like literally, the one dude that was like getting buckets, I ended up calling him Ski Mask the Slump Guy because he had a mask on, full ski mask. He literally just ended up like he would just be like, "All right, I'm quicker than you," and he would drive and get a layup. There was another dude out there. He was okay, but he looked like every 2K generic player in there, so I just called him Default. Yeah, I'm saying like it was like that, bro. Like I didn't have no roster or nothing. I was just having a good time. I was having fun.
Hey, what if he would have hit him with the frequency vibrations? With the
frequency vibrations, bro. Called that man insanity out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know nothing about Buddy. I'm like, I'm giving y'all random nicknames, bro.
And
like,
another thing, while we on it, another thing I realized. So I'm on YouTube, and my nephew was like he was looking at this one dude. He do gaming videos.
Yeah.
So he was going back looking at the 2K 16 storyline with Spike Lee. Damn. I didn't know that Vic Pops was in jail, and the reason his mom died was because his pops had gave Shorty a disease. I didn't even know that was in the story.
I don't know. I have to rewatch that. I didn't see that in the 2K storyline.
Because everybody want to be an FOF, a friend of free. Just remember, you got it so good right now. But remember Dirt Bike Donnie.
Hey.
And who saved you then? Me.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. The best thing ever is like the old heads in here that don't play 2K and they just like, what is Ringo talking about?
Hey, look, it was the summer of 16. You just had to be there.
It was the summer of 16. You had to be there, man.
Hey.
Spike Lee had bugs emotional on that joint, bro.
Legitimately the only one I watched from start to finish.
Yeah, that was a good storyline. It was a pretty good storyline. His girlfriend was ugly though. I was mad that I had to pick Shorty.
Oh no, I was definitely like, wow.
Yeah, Shorty was wilding out there. Keeping it pushing, man. Let me ask y'all this. Because we got March Madness, we got the national championship coming up tonight, right?
Yep, tonight.
Has March Madness lost the hold on the sports world that it used to have?
Explain.
The reason I say that, when March Madness was happening, men and women's, nothing else in the month of March mattered. Nothing else sports-wise mattered. Nobody was paying attention to anything else. You were paying attention to March Madness. And I feel like this year, for the first time, right? Like, literally for the first time for me, and I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I'm not really paying attention to nearly as many games as I used to. I didn't pay attention to nearly as many games this year. Like, I used to literally have the TV on with basketball playing all day. And now I feel like this has been the general consensus. Like, I'm not even seeing that much about March Madness on Twitter. Maybe on a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on a weekend. Mm-hmm. On a Saturday, maybe. On a Sunday, maybe, where there's nothing else going on. I see it on Twitter. But I'm not seeing like fam, last year, or no, what? Yeah, last year. Full of it. last night, all I saw on Twitter was the Grammys. I was like, ain't it a whole national championship game happening? Like, or a whole like
Nah, it was a women's national championship game.
No, national championship is tonight. It was the final 4 games that happened yesterday.
Nah, was it? Nah, I could have sworn the women played their championship game.
Oh, the women played their national championship yesterday.
Yeah,
yes, they did. Yes, they did.
I would say for the women that has, I'm not gonna lie, because
I was more into the women.
But the thing is, with college, you know who's gonna be in the Final Four. Like you kind of been there every year.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just a given. Like Gino. We talk about Coach K. Gino is absolutely that dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like everybody knew South Carolina was gonna win that. South Carolina defense was a clamp. And in terms of the men, like it was either all right, either Coach K gonna win this, I'm just not watching. So it's like I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's what we was kind of faced with this year. It was a cool run. But I mean, yeah, because it's not really. It ain't really been no 1 or 2 dudes that like, stepped out. Like all the 1 seeds got dealt with in the 2nd, 3rd round ish. Like ain't no that like there's no Chet Holmgren. There's like it ain't no Chet Holmgren, no Drew Timmy.
Yeah.
Like I mean the last one you got is Banchero and to be honest, he out now. So it's like, okay. We just got 2 vet teams going up against each other, like no star coaches.
I mean, I get you, but I mean, even so, right? It's still UNC versus Kansas. Bill Self is a star, by the way, but it's still UNC versus Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a pretty big matchup. But I feel like we haven't given it nearly the time of day that we used to give March. Like March Madness literally ruled March. It was the best time of year. You get your brackets in, you're ready to go, you're excited, you're paying attention, you're watching every game. There's nonstop basketball. And now it's just like and nothing changed about it, right? We had our Cinderella story. Our Cinderella story was St. Peter's. We had our top players, your Chet Holmgrens. You had your big name guys. You had your big name coaches. Coach K makes it all the way to the Final Four. Like I feel like you watched it, but it was very easy to go away from for the first time. Like I watched the games. I'll be honest with you. I watched more of the women's than the men's this year.
The women's was cool, but me and my mom was like, we was watching it, we was like, yeah, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie, like South Carolina got that. Like it wasn't really no it wasn't really no talk like no toss up like outside of like UConn going and Paige Buchers.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, like, and Paige Bucher's a bucket, by the way.
Oh no, a bucket. And Shorty from I forget what that school name is. Shorty, I ain't never seen nobody shoot like her, bro. Nobody. I forget what her name is, bro.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of a name either.
Shorty is legitimately pulling from like. I know we keep throwing this out there, but Shorty definitely be pulling from Steph Curry range, bro.
Oh, every time.
No problem.
Every time, bro. She is legitimately about to mess up the WNBA, bro. She is legitimately about to mess up the WNBA. She
about to mess it up, bro.
Shorty's gonna be crazy. She's gonna be one of the mugs that come in and just instantly get the cooking on mugs. But it's weird that, like, I just feel like is it just the pandemic that caused the change? Is it just, like there was I don't know, bro, because I feel
I'm not finna sit up there and say that because you gotta remember
that effect with the NBA.
Muggs, you gotta remember, Muggs was even when they was going out. Hey, we finna go to the bar. We finna go out there. All right, let me grab my bracket real quick.
Yeah.
Like that's legitimately how it was. Like this when we was going to school, this was to be the time of the month like teachers used to hate because they knew we wasn't paying attention. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm on my phone all day.
Hey, they knew we wasn't paying attention. Hey, you fill out your bracket? You fill out your hey bro, you got the score for all right.
Was it Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the shooter. Yeah.
Bucket.
Straight bucket.
Straight bucket.
But you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, bro. I just feel like there's so much for us to consume now. There's so much for us to get. Like I just don't care. And I'll ask you the question of this: is it because of leagues like the G League? Where, not to say that everybody's all of a sudden watching the G League, but is it because of leagues like that where you're seeing the better talent go to other places, right? Like there's great talent in the G League right now. There's great talent overseas right now. That's probably going to get picked over some of the talent that's coming out of college.
Oh yeah, because I mean if you look at it, I mean if you just look at the G League scenario, I could stay here for a year, make $500,000, and then go get drafted.
Yeah.
Like if that's what we on, I'm with it. Like, and then you got to think like the NBA is like, profiting off all these other leagues, finding these, international stars. And look, I mean, I said again, like yesterday, like that Milwaukee Mavs game, like the NBA. I'm gonna say this, and like I'm standing on this. If like the NBA is so fortunate to have Ja.
Yeah. 100%.
It's ridiculous because the fact that Zion has not panned out yet, and like even if they didn't have Ja, the two or three best players in the league would all be international.
Yeah.
And guess what? It would be teams that we wouldn't even watch.
Let me ask you this, right? And I'll be right back after I ask this. Is this a prime time for the NBA to come up with some sort of tournament that puts the G League in a stronger light, similar to how the AHL has become for the NHL? I'll be right back.
I think it is. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I would like to see it because, end of the day, when you look at it, like I think if they planned it out right, where like say this team does this, you get like a higher seed or a higher draft pick, and like say your draft or like your draft or the NBA G League draft. I mean, because if you look at it now, I mean these dudes is only staying in the G League for a year, get that $500,000, and we gone. So it's like if they planned it out right, where it's like something for the G League, because you got to remember too though, they got Ice Cube's league is still thriving. So I feel like you might need something to rival that, because I mean I'm not gonna lie, like in terms of the March Madness, Pat do got a point. It has been lacking because I don't know, if you look at it, I guess you could say the pandemic, but I don't know that this year, outside of Coach K possibly making a chip, it hasn't really hit. But I feel like if they planned it out right, it could be something. It could be something. So,
Back in the building in this month.
back in the back. But
Back in the
if they planned it out right, I mean, I think it could be something. I think you could do something where you kind of rival the big three.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, because the big three is also thriving, so it's not like we lacking. Plus, you got that new.
I mean, I think it could be bigger than that because you can get ESPN deals for it.
Plus, I mean, you got to think. Even they got that new football league that's starting up.
What's better for the NBA? Is it better to have college the way it is and just kind of pick off of them because it's already established, or is it better to have your own league that
I mean, just do the
builds
own
your
league.
own players?
Just do the own league because they only stand for a year. I'm getting paid. I mean, not an NIL deal is cool.
Yeah,
but I'm getting paid more money. And then after that, I'm still going straight to the league.
yeah.
I'm still going straight to the league either way. So I mean, if they do something where they set it up right with the G League, where like if you place a certain number or you win a certain amount of games or something like that in the tournament, you get X amount of picks for that G League team. Because really, to be honest, they only spending a year down there.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, I'm finna go. I'm finna go for
that. I feel like even with that, right? Like if you build it up to where you know these mugs, you know what I'm saying? Like where you have that personal connection to the players like you have in the NBA. I think you could turn that league into something great.
But
I think you could turn that league into something.
The reason why you could though is because these mugs that's coming up now. I mean, we all know social media is king. You got them posting 4 games on Facebook. ESPN hold their college games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, plus, you got a mixtape coming out every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a fact. And
so
I think that's the thing, right? If you get better, like right now, there's just not the talent in the G League. Like there's players that are really, really freaking good. You know what? No, I can't say that. There's probably more talent in the G League. I feel like the G League is more. It's a lot more the people that don't understand the team aspect of the game, right? Like Antonio Blakeney murders in the G League.
Dodson was getting jiggy in the G League.
Dodson can get jiggy in the G League. That don't mean he can do it with the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that can play at that level that I think are better than a lot of the people in college. So I won't say that the talent in college is better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I honestly don't know, dog. I don't understand why. Like 100%. Now I don't think Bronny will go to the G League.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to the G League.
But let's be real. If Bron wants to cement his legacy in this brand, that's the best place for him to go.
Yeah, I mean, if he was to bypass college.
Not to say Bronny should make his decision based off what his dad does, but if they want to create a legacy, a family legacy like that I think Bronny will be in the NBA and will play for a while. I don't think he'll be LeBron, but I think that he'll play for a while. Go to the G League.
Yeah.
Because now your name is in the G League, and if you dominate there, now you come to the NBA and you keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he got to look too, though. Like even GP, he did the same thing. I mean, GP Gary Payton II, he did the same thing. You had everybody talking around the league now. Hey, bro, that's a really good player, bro. He's a solid piece. Like same thing. with Zaire. He's on the Jazz G League team right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Like, but look, once these ones come up and they more polished, you feel me? You can say, hey, bro, like he was in the G League, woo, woo, woo. And in turn, you're going to wind up losing more of those players. So I think a league just for that, like you said, may benefit because it's like, we be in the chat all the time. Hey, bro, why did this 5-star league do? Why did this 5-star league Kentucky?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z real quick. I mean, I'm still gonna go to the league, but I feel like there's a better opportunity. All right, cool. Whole time me a bucket. We just gotta polish them up. Like I like the league idea.
NCAA versus G League is from AK. Says whichever can help seems access players. I think he means teams access players. The risk is lower when you can evaluate talent over a longer period under NBA projections. And that's true as well. I think the G League thing to me, the reason it's weird, right? Because it's almost like to maintain competitive balance, you can't have the G League be too big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you're not going to maintain competitive, like you'll have a team that's winning, send all the best players in the country to their G League team.
Yeah, so then you got a team of Zaire Wade, Bronny James, Scottie Pippen Jr.
So you got to try and
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, it's like,
I see what you're saying.
I can play on that team. Like I can come up to a system that is the Warriors, and I can come up with all my guys that are the same age as me. And so when we all get to the point where we're ready to play on the next level, we can do it. So like I get it. I get what he's saying, but like evaluating the talent, being able to see him under NBA guidelines, like there's still a need for the NCAA out there. I don't know. It's weird. It's a hard topic. It's a hard topic.
But what's the but for real though, why we on this though? Like what's because I mean it's just one and done central. So what's the need? Like you gave me because if I'm looking at it, right, you gave me the NIL deal, which is cool because that's something that we've been asking for. But now I can't. Hey, I can go over here. 500,000.
Yeah. Well, I think what you would have to do, which the NBA might actually already have in place, but I think what you would have to do is you can play for whatever G League team you want to. You can come in, sign, work all the details out, blah, 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 right? But you have to enter the NBA draft so that it's fair so everyone can have a shot at getting you.
I'm not. Yeah, no. I feel like that. I'm gonna tell you why that's fair. Because at the end of the day, you're still going to a team. Y'all might not win every game, but you're getting NBA coaching experience.
Yeah.
So you getting your game polished up.
And to me,
so either way, if I leave, they can go back and say, "Hey, his game polished up already. He can help you right now."
Yeah.
They did the same thing with GP, and GP is absolutely getting his minutes.
And to me, if you're not, then if after the first year, I would say after the first year, you have to enter the draft, right? If after the first year you don't get drafted, then you have eligibility to stay with your team as long as you want, blah, blah, blah. Like they work out a contract with you, stuff like that. But I think that there has to be something to make it an even playing field, right? Because if not, you're going to get a bunch of dudes that are like, hey, let's all go sign up with Charlotte's G League team. We can play with LaMelo Ball. He's still going to be mad young. It's going to be us four. We come in there. It's Scottie Pippen Jr., Bronny, Zaire Wade, LaMelo.
You know what I'm saying? Like Bronny James, Bryce James and
You know what I'm saying?
LiAngelo Ball. LiAngelo Ball coming off the bench. Big 23 a game.
You know what I'm saying?
When did this?
To me, that will become something where like you would have to worry about competitive advantage. But say, hey, listen, they want to go win a G League championship, which all of a sudden now you make the G League championship worth something. Now you get all these people in place. Now you get these teams actually essentially going out to people's homes. You have to hire a not a scouting department, but a what is it called? A recruiting department.
Yeah.
Where you going into people's homes and you like, hey, come play for the NBA G League. We got this. We can build you out. We'll put you on this team. Now you're making the G League into the new March Madness or whatever it becomes. You know what I'm saying? The new tournament. You have that before the playoffs get there, and then like boom. You've got something mad entertaining for guys you can call up. And to me, I can't say that. I was going to say I would move the time of the season, but
I mean, basketball is year round. They can just do it indoors.
Well, I was going to say you wouldn't be able to have guys go down and rehab with actual basketball, come back up, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you didn't have that before, so like, I guess go back to that way, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal.
But you know why I'm so like I'm so hyped for the G League though? I'm gonna tell you why, because I've said this for the longest time, man. I don't know how this keeps getting overlooked.
Yeah.
The women's game is more equipped for them to come up and contribute now, because you have those 12-minute quarters.
Yeah.
4 quarters instead of just 2 halves. Now like some of my rules is in place. I can skip that the NCAA take my little learning curve, but then that's gonna have me better suited, because now I know time of possession. I should know I should know like my time on the clock. I should know where to plant my feet. My form is going, and all that stuff is gonna work itself out. I was always a big proponent of the men's game. Never had them particularly suited to be where they needed to be to
different style of basketball. It is weird. Like now you're seeing it become more similar, but it really was a completely different style of basketball back in the day. Like you would like the college game was like, all right, here we're gonna set this up. Let's run the offense, kick it around, move it around the court, get that back up top, pull up, midi, cash.
4 quarter, 24/7 clock. But exactly. I've never. What I'm saying is that I've never understood like why that was. Like I never understood.
The men's game is different.
Yeah, no, because the women play like that, but the men didn't.
Yeah.
But everybody was just so one and done. I'm just like, how is this working?
I think they wanted. I don't know for a fact, but I think they wanted to separate it so that it did feel like a completely different game at that time.
But the thing is, you're supposed to be but my thing is this: if the goal is one and done now, which basically that's the goal.
Yeah.
If you want to go one and done, you going to go Kentucky and Duke, because those finna be like the first 8 picks off the board, whatever. 34 seconds is a lifetime. You can legit run 3 sets if you want to.
Long time, bro.
You can legit run 3 sets if you wanted to. So then you turn around, you got that stupid 1-on-1. But it's like I'm saying, if you getting them ready for the college game, put the NBA rules in place.
Yeah.
Because the kids, everybody's one and done. So
that's a lifetime, bro. That's a long time to run an offensive set.
I can't help you contribute to a team if I gotta go learn a whole new set of rules. It definitely used to be learned, because I think it was 40.
It was like 40 seconds.
It was 40.
They shortened it to 34.
No, it was 42, I believe.
And I think, well, here's the thing, right? It was supposed to be a progression. So it's in high school, there's no shot clock.
Yeah, no.
In college, it was to get you used to having a shot clock, but they figured you needed more time. In the pros, it's 24 seconds, it is what it is. So it's supposed to be a steady stepping progression. I think that's where it kind of getting back to the G League conversation where that changes things. Listen, these young guys are coming into leagues where, and they're playing in AAU leagues and they're playing in different leagues where there's a 24-second shot clock. We playing NBA rules. Only in college is are the rules different. You know what I'm saying? Only in college now. And I get why it was in the beginning, but we're in a different age of basketball now. We're in a different age of sports now. Like it doesn't make sense anymore because there's so many different leagues that these kids play in throughout the year that, yeah, I don't have I'm not using a 24-second shot clock in high school, but I'm using it over here at this AAU tournament, or I'm using it over here overseas, or I'm using it if I sign up for the G League, guess what? 24 seconds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different leagues that are setting you up to play that way. You have to, I don't know, like the college game used to be so separate. Now I feel like the systems are becoming similar. You're not teaching these mugs systematic basketball.
But they're
You
not teaching
basically
them nothing.
college.
And this is the thing. This is
If
the
you
thing.
watch college, it's AAU now.
And this is the thing. You could say, and kid, you absolutely right. College was geared to teach them how to work the system. My thing is, okay, teach them how to work an offensive set in 24 seconds. So that way, when I get to the league, because I am Paulo Banchero, I'm going to be one and done. I'm going to leave. I can go help my team right now. Instead of me having oh damn, I don't got 34 seconds. I can't just dribble this out. Oh damn, I can't just, you know what I'm saying? It's not a 1-of-1 anymore. I can't miss the free throw and then run back down. Like it's not like,
I don't feel like there's a ton of issue with that, but I mean, I get what you're saying. Like it's just a faster paced game, and helping in college couldn't get you used to that pace a little bit quicker. But
Garza, even the overseas is better though. I mean, you heard them talk about it. It's some dogs overseas we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And they sitting up there playing the NBA game. The only thing is that they teach much more of a finesse game. So when the Lucas is over there and the LaMelo Balls is over there, and they come back over here, oh, he's never sped up. He's never this. He always looks so calm. Like it's just I'm really just not with the NCAA in general because I really don't understand what purpose they serve.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think I get what it was back in the day. I think times have changed, dog. We don't need it as much anymore. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And I'll say this. I think it would be an improvement. So I saw a couple people talking about, hey, you know, let the G League become what it is. Give the college kids, let the people that want to be at college longer and finish a degree. You know what I'm saying? Get the scholarships. That's better for college. You want to know why college basketball is taking a dip? Because I don't know where Muggs went no more. Because I gotta go. When I think about where Muggs went, you know why? Because he was there for 20 minutes.
Hey, cause wait, no, who was it on Illinois?
Exactly.
Frazier.
Prove that point quickly.
Played on Illinois. We lost twice. I'm in the transfer portal. Where you finna go? All right, I'm finna go to Villanova. All right, we lost transfer portal again. I'm about to go over here. Now you done play for when you come out. They tell him where you from. The last school you went from. But that's not even where you started at.
Yeah. And it's weird, right? Because it's like you look at it like it's so different. Like you think about back in the day, right? Larry Bird, Indiana State. Michael Jordan, UNC. Shaq, LSU.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Houston.
These mugs were there. I know where they were at. Because they were there for some time, because they built up a complete record of time there, and they're a part of that college, and they have
What's up, Rodney?
ingrained themselves into that college. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing about it where it's different now. Like I didn't know Ben Simmons was a part of LSU until what's his name went at him. Till Shaq went at him. Talking about, hey, that's not how we get down. I was like, when was Ben Simmons at LSU? I forgot because he didn't make it far in the tournament.
He didn't make the tournament.
Didn't make the tournament.
He didn't make the tournament. And this is the thing. The only reason why Mugs don't know Ben Simmons played at LSU is because the LSU games was on ESPN 3.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have guys that stay longer, you have more opportunity to build yourselves up in that college program. That makes college basketball better. It just does. You know what I'm saying? Like because of that, because like you have time to get attached to these guys. Like to me, I think about if Zach LaVine stays more than a year at UCLA. Zach LaVine is a star at UCLA if he stays more than a year. He probably
but that's how we found out about Russ and K-Love, though.
But you think about guys like LaVine, you think about guys like Booker, who were on the bench. They were contributors off the bench, but they were on the bench.
Get that. Cat was on the bench.
You said what?
Cat was on the bench.
Cat was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And they're guys that have made their names huge in the NBA.
Hey,
you don't have those guys that are going to stay there for more than a year, and so the college game takes a hit because listen, yeah, I like the jersey that y'all in, but I'm not a fan of you per se because you're not gonna be here that long.
Hey, the crazy part is, Cat was so far down on the bench, we didn't even know he could shoot.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He was just in the post.
I didn't know that till he got to the NBA.
That man went clean in the draft. Y'all know I can shoot, right? When?
That man was playing a whole role, and I think that's the weird part, right? Like you look at what's best for basketball as a whole, and to me, what's best for basketball as a whole is having multiple leagues that are entertaining and can put a better product in the NBA. Say what you want, say what you will. The players that stay longer are better players when they come into the league because they've developed more. Are they as young? Are they going to stay there as long? No, but they come into the NBA ready to contribute right now. The year you draft them, they can contribute. Does that mean they're going to be a star? Nah, it don't. But that's because you don't have stars staying that long. Because they know, listen, if I'm a star and I get one, I can go make millions the next year.
Hey.
Like, I get why they're leaving. But for me, that guy that's like that, you send him to the G League. You send these ones to college to develop for 2-3 years.
And the wild part about it is Muggs used to be getting on Buddy Hield when he was at Oklahoma. Like,
yeah, Buddy Hield is kind of the same dude.
But Buddy Hield is the top shooter in the league, though.
Yeah. But I feel like there's some dudes that, you know what it is? The dream gets you so hyped. Like, for me, there's certain guys that just, they changed the total trajectory of their careers by not staying in college longer. And I feel like having that league that's like the G League changes that. Because listen, in the G League, you got to try out. If you can't cut it in the G League and now you're trying to go to college, now listen, I got a long way to go. I can't just do 1 year here and think I'm going to get out unless I have a crazy season. Austin Rivers changed his whole career for me. To me. I think Austin Rivers absolutely would have been a way better player if he stays in college more than a year.
Man, look, don't depress me, bro. Hey, that's the one player when I tell
He cooked his whole
I-
life.
I legit thought, bro, they used to play this man games they used to play this man high school games on ESPN. He was getting a bucket. I legit thought that Austin Rivers was legit about to be that dude. Like KG tell the story all the time. Doc used to bring that man to practice. He was a cook. The only person that he didn't cook was KG. The only person that he didn't cook was that he used to cook. His problem was he went to Duke. They had that subpar season, and you can challenge me all you want to. Duke sucked that year. You want to know why? Because they drafted the Bulls wound up drafting Marcus T.
Oh god. Oh, that was bad.
I legitimately thought Austin Rivers was about to be a bucket.
Yeah.
But he carved out himself a nice role. But leaving early killed him.
He ended up becoming a nice player, right? But he'll never get that. I don't think he'll ever get that role of like, hey, we want you to take the mantle. We want you to be the reason. Because when he first came into the league, he was mid. Like I legit was like, man, he messed his whole self up not staying in college one more year. He messed his whole career up not staying in college one more year because he would have came in. And I think if he stays another year, he has a better year. He comes in a completely different player. So I don't know, man. That's always how I just feel like there's avenues to make the game better on multiple fronts with it. And if you make the game better on the G League side, you're gonna have people that want to be the 3-4 year guys in college. Now you're making the NBA game better from the college perspective as well. Because now, guess what? On their side, now they're the ones making money. All the dudes that are the 2-3 year guys that we were like, hey, are they gonna be, how's their money gonna be affected by this? How are they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Now they're the ones getting a paycheck because they're the ones at the college. They're the face of the team. Now I know, now you got guys like, I'm not saying they're gonna be Magic Johnson, but I know exactly where you went to college. I know exactly what you did because you spent time there. You ingratiated yourself in the community. You built up this rapport with that team. Dudes are going to college just so that they can get the recognition and then be like, hey, let me get up out of here before they kick me out without my eligibility. These mugs ain't going to class.
No, they ain't going to class.
Man, hearing
D-Rose ain't going to class.
Hearing how Dion talks about what mugs do at Jackson State and seeing the reaction of everybody else on the I Am Athlete panel was hilarious. Because he was like, bruh, these mugs got jobs in the offseason. And they were like, what? He's like, yes, they have jobs, like they work in the offseason. And they were like, where did they have the time to? You know what I'm saying? Where do they have the time to? You're playing literally every day. You're practicing every day. It's like, hey, that's what they got to do. So it's different for different players. It's different for those different levels. So I don't know, man. It was eye opening to see that. Like, fam, some of these levels are.
Yeah, nah, it's different because I mean, even when you heard John Wall and Bradley Beal talk about it, like when first of all, I just want to know how they assembled that team. Period. You talking about the Monstars? Hey, listen, hey, that money was clean. Like, yeah, we would practice, go to a game, and then when we was done, everybody just stayed in one dorm. Like. Yeah. After that, it really wasn't nothing to do because we really wasn't going to class like that. He said, Brad Brill said, oh yeah, I ain't started going back to class until after I got hurt and went. Ain't nobody going to class when they there.
That's what
Everybody
I'm saying.
Already knew that was one and done.
Nobody's going to class unless you're those 3-4 year guys. Those guys that are going to class, those guys that are in there actually like, hey, listen, I'm gonna be up in this mug. I want to be here. I want to be a part. Like, they're dudes that are trying to get to the first round of the NBA. They're dudes that are trying to get to the first round of the NBA.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, man. Like Kofi. Why is Kofi still in college? Because if he went in the draft, he'd be number 2. Io stayed what 3
I mean,
years?
I actually think he wanted to stay because he wanted to get a degree.
He might.
He might.
He might, but if he was
He gonna be a solid player in the league though.
But if he was a number 1 pick overall, you think he stays?
Oh, absolutely not. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Or if he was a top 10 first round pick, you think he stays? It's all about, hey, am I in the second round or in the first? Even if you think you're at the end of the first round, you're probably not staying.
Because that's bread.
That's bread.
That's
when you get the picks 20 through like 32, or 20 through, how many NBA teams?
That's bread. I guarantee you somebody tell him he's top 15. I guarantee you.
You said what?
So somebody tell you he in the lottery. I guarantee you he ain't coming back.
He'd have been gone. You might see him come back another year this season. You know why? Because he might still be a second round pick. Honestly.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see basketball keep moving forward, and I think that the way to do that is to turn the G League into something big. And so if you can keep it going in the right direction in that way, I think you'll see a lot of good NBA, man. What do we got here? Who y'all got winning tonight? We clapping it up for Kobe. I got UNC.
Yeah, I got UNC. Baycott. Hey, if nothing else, that boy know how to rebound.
Yeah.
So we talking rebound. Hey, that man had 21 rebounds last game.
You know what?
If they can't keep him off the glass, I got UNC.
I go Kansas, bro. I'm gonna go Kansas.
Okay, a little rock chalk Jayhawk action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, Kansas has been the top defense all season and the top defense in the tournament, so it's not a bad pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Kansas. I don't know, man. UNC just, man. I mean, I guess Jordan. Shout out to him, man. Hopefully they win for him. I guess I don't know. Hey, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another day. It's a Monday. Pat hoping Kansas ruined it for Kobe. No, I'm not. I didn't even think about that. That's pretty funny.
Cut that up.
I'm so sick of you. I hope your college loses. No, but I mean, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page if y'all haven't done so yet. If y'all can see, we have been approved for the content. So for the content, for the merch. So underneath the video, or if you're on the tablet on the side of the video, you can cop some of the Breeze merch. We got Breeze coffee mugs, we got tote bags, we got Bull stuff, man. So get in tune with us on all of that, man. If y'all cop some merch, let me know. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us in that way. We don't have a game tonight. We got a game tomorrow, so probably just drop some regular content on the channel today. If any news breaks, we'll be live for that. So stay in tune with us on that. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Stefan Adon. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.